September 7, we headed into Joliet, Illinois, and we went to the information center as well as the museum there. And then we also stopped on the side of the road underneath a sign that says that it's Route 66. And while we were there, one of the most special things that happened was is that the parking police, and they do call themselves parking police in Illinois, and especially in Joliet, this lady came up and she took pictures of our cars, video and pictures, for us on behalf of us, and put signs on our windows that said, "Don't ticket these people." I mean, how special is that? That just sort of made the day. It made the week. It made the trip. It's one of those things that you just can't add a dollar value to or a smile value to. Also, as we were in Joliet, we, sort of decided that what we would do is we would head on from downtown Joliet and go to the 66 Diner. Well, the 66 Diner wasn't all that far away. The 66 Diner was just around the corner. It was so close that we could have parked where we were, left our signs on our cars saying, "Don't ticket these people," and we could have just gone and had our lunch and been done with it and gone on to the prison. I'm not saying that we needed to go to prison. I'm just saying that we would have gone to the prison, just to be clear on that fact. Joliet was historically was a city that was it like had 122 religious homes, houses, churches, whatever you want to call them, at one time. And it was only recently that things like gambling have come into Joliet, and that's made a change for them. It's actually had a positive change, which is unusual for something such as gaming, because gaming usually causes the reverse. Among the Joliet prison issues were some more notorious prisoners, such as the duo of Leopold and Loeb, who in 1924 murdered their victim solely for challenge of committing the perfect crime. Can you imagine that? Just, I want to commit a crime because it's going to be the perfect crime. And in the world of fiction, the Joliet prison gave John Belushi's character, his nickname, Joliet Jake, in the movie The Blues Brothers. Great movie, everybody knows it, I don't need to say no more. You can drive by Joliet Prison and take a look at its depressing walls at 1125 Collins Street in Joliet, and really think about the fact that the first prisoners were received there in 1858, and they didn't even have toilets. They didn't have toilets until like the 1930s or something. So it's really something to think about, and it's a testament to the fact that the old days of prison, where you went in and it was a prison, it wasn't a safe house, it wasn't a happy place, it was a place that you got stuck and you deserved what you got. In the past few years, Joliet's begun billing itself as the gateway to Route 66. The idea has merit since, as I mentioned earlier, there is not so much of the Mother Road flavor to be had in Chicago, and Joliet's just outside, and it's west of it, and roadies from overseas in particular seem interested in the small town experience that begins in the Joliet area. And Ingrid and I really enjoyed that small town experience. Little things like the Dairy Queen ice cream chain that was established with the first store being in Joliet. Did you know that? It was. The first Dairy Queen store was in Joliet. And that confection is now offered all over North America. So then you take the fact that the Rich and Creamy, which was a walk-in ice cream stand on North Broadway, and I've got video of that coming up. It's the place that they've even got Jake and Elwood Blues pictures. I mean, you can't. Anyways, to backtrack a little bit, Joliet Correctional Center. As you're entering into the correctional center, you'll notice on the forward and right-hand side, there's a whole raft of stanchions there, and those stanchions talk about the various things to do with the history of the prison. And in front of us right now, as I'm driving in, the Joliet Correctional Center was known as the Illinois State Penitentiary, as well as the Joliet Prison, the Joliet Penitentiary, and the Collins Street Prison. So it's got a few background names. It was also the location for the first season of the network show Prison Break and Let's Go to Prison, as well as the Blues Brothers, which I've mentioned earlier. It's also kind of cool that as you enter into the prison, it says you'll be welcomed by colorful signage in all directions on your way to get locked up at the old Joliet Prison. So they're really trying to make a difference. They just haven't been able to turn it into a tourist attraction with tours yet, and they're working on it. It's about 5 years past their deadline. Hopefully they'll make it, because I think it's one of those places that everybody needs to go. And you know, once you arrive, like the huge steel barbed wire entry signs will sort of like go whoa, and they hit you. And the kiosks, you know, the stanchions with the kiosks on them, just whoa. I think it's really important that people, if they're going down this way, actually stop and spend some time there. So if you get to the Rich and Creamy, don't forget to have an ice cream. I think that having an ice cream at this place was one of the best things that Ingrid, Marlon, and Lorna did. I'm not an ice cream person, so I didn't have any. All I can say is that we parked, and you can see Marlon right in front there. Oh, look at him. He's happy. He's driving in. Lorna's happy. They're going to get an ice cream. It's a hot day. We're at 197 degrees, and I know the sky looks like it's cloudy, but the temperature was up there, and the ice cream made the difference. So if you get a chance, go by, stop, get an ice cream cone, enjoy your day. Make sure you enjoy it on Route 66.